So a couple days ago, I posted a video from a recording session working on a song that's based on a riff, which is a great example of taking something that you already know how to do, it's kind of a common thing, and mangling it just a little bit so that you can get out of a rut and play new and interesting stuff. So now today I'm going to show you how to play that riff and where it comes from. And then in a couple days on Friday, I'm going to post a video going back into the song session and talking to you about a cool studio trick and what reamping is about and why it can make such a big difference to how good your guitar sounds on a recording. So looking at this lick, it's the basic Eddie Van Halen 3-note tapping thing. If you take like Eruption, where he's on the B string, the 9th fret, 2nd fret, 5th fret, we've all done that thing. If we've delved into tapping, it's the first kind of thing that we do. And my thought was, how can I just mangle it a little bit to make something cool and new and bust out of a rut at tapping the same thing all the time? So I had this idea of, instead of playing it all on one string, every third note was going to be on a different string. And I started way down here. I'm in the key of A minor, so no sharps or flats. And we start with the 12th fret. And we're going to start with a more basic version of it, and then I'll show you the version that I did in the recording. But I'm just outlining an A chord, and that would be the A minor, A, E, A, 5, 7, 7. And if I do a basic thing, it would be 12, 12, 12, which is just an open E, octave higher, open A, and an open D. So I could go 1, 2, and then instead of going here on that note, I'm doing that note on the next string. And then I repeat the pattern, 12, 7. Now this note's hard. Get into that with your pinky. So what I did was I modified it to go 5, 7, 5. So I didn't have to try to hammer on a note with my pinky right in there where it's tight. So now if I have it, it's... So again, it's just 1, 2, then the next string, 3, 1, 2, next string, 3, 1, 2, back up the next string, 3, 1, 2, 3. And what I did with the riff on the song was I made it one more step complex, and I made it a mirror, so that if I'm on the 12th here, it's like 12 to 5, and I go up 2 frets here to 7, I also go up 2 frets here. And once I got it up to speed, I was having trouble moving my hand, so I incorporated the use of my 3rd finger, and then I have... As you can hear, it gets a little bit hard to get clarity on a part like that where the notes run into each other, especially with a distorted sound, and I've got a little bit of delay on there as well. And on Friday, I'm going to show you in the recording how I use a special trick on the recording to get it very clean and clear and make sure you can hear every note precisely. It's a neat little recording trick I want to share with you, so stay tuned for that. It sounds like it might be really complex, but once you get it up to speed like that, it really just kind of rolls. And it's even a little bit easier to play at speed than it is to play slow, which is an odd thing. And then all I did for the next part of the riff was I didn't want to play the same chord over and over, so I went from 5, 7, 5, 7, and I just made it 5, 8. The E went up to the F, 5, 8, 7, 8. And when I did that, I moved this note up 1 fret, so it's not totally symmetrical anymore. Instead of 12, 14, 12, it goes 13, 14, 12. So you can see it's kind of an evolution of parts. It starts with a basic idea. I add one layer of complexity by going to the next string on the 3rd note instead of just staying on the same string. And then I'm thinking about the chord and being symmetrical. And so everything's just one step further than the next. And that's really how you go about with rut busting and getting rid of tired licks that you don't want to do anymore. You just find a way to add a layer and then add another layer if you need to go further with it, and so on and so forth. Anyway, if you like this kind of thing and you're trying to get out of your own ruts, I have a whole playlist of Rut Busters here. I'm going to link it down here. There's a lot of great stuff in there that can help you find directions you might not have thought of. And if you have any questions or comments, as always, let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And until next time, guys, keep making great music.